ago, a year ago, I was just doing it. I've been looking at CDO numbers for 35
Nahum chapter 2. He that dasheth in pieces is come up before thy face. Keep the munition, watch the way, make thy loins strong, fortify thy power mightily. For the Lord hath turned away the excellency of Jacob as the excellency of Israel. For the emptiers have emptied them out and marred their wine branches. Verse 3, the shield of his mighty men is made red. The valiant men are in scarlet. The chariot shall be with flaming torches in the day of his preparation, and the fir trees shall be terribly shaken. The chariot shall rage in the streets. They shall jostle one against another in the broad ways. They shall seem like torches. They shall run like the lightnings. He shall recount his worthies. They shall stumble in their walk. They shall make haste to the wall thereof, and the defense shall be prepared. The gates of the rivers shall be opened, and the palace shall be dissolved, and Huzzabab shall be led away captive. She shall be brought up, and her maids shall lead her, as with the voice of doves, tabering upon their breasts. But Nineveh is of old like a pool of water. Yet they shall flee away. Stand, stand, shall they cry, but none shall look back. Take ye the spoil of silver, take the spoil of gold, for there is none end of the store and glory out of all the pleasant furniture. She is empty and void and waste, and the heart melteth, and the knees smite together, and much pain is in all loins, and the faces of them all gather blackness. Where is the dwelling of the lions, and the feeding place of the young lions? Where the lion, even the old lion, walked, and the lion's whelp, and none made them afraid. Verse 12, the lion did tear in pieces enough for his whelps, and strangled for his lioness, and filled his holes with prey, and his dens with raven. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will burn her chariots, and the smoke and the sword shall devour thy young lions, and I will cut off thy prey from the earth, and the voice of thy messengers shall no more be heard. Nahum chapter 2, verses 1 to 13. Hello, believer in Christ. Nice to see you. I'm doing chapter readings this morning, and I just completed chapter 2, verses 1 through 13 in the book of Nahum. I'll do chapter 3 next. As part of my YouTube channel, I like doing chapter readings from the books in the Bible. And my goal is to read every chapter in the Bible, every book in the Bible also. Ironically, Nahum just has 3 chapters. So once I complete all 3 chapters, that'll be one of the books that I've completed of the 66 books in the Bible. So it's Saturday morning here in Illinois. I'm here near St. Louis area, and just praising God, honoring God, worshiping the Father in heaven, giving him thanks for everything that's been given to me in my life. I don't know if you've listened to any of my lives before, or any of my clips that I put out there on my short videos, but the way I like to put it, and it simplifies it for me, Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5, I knew you before you were in your mother's womb. It just brings me so much comfort and confidence, knowing that he knew me, he knew you before I were in our mother's wombs. That's just a tremendous comfort to me. I tell that to my children all the time, and they say, "Dad, you've already told us that." But I don't think that's something that's understandable in many ways to people. He knew us before we were in our mother's womb. I should read you the verse in Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5. Jeremiah was one of the great prophets in the Old Testament, right? And so God spoke in the Old Testament through his prophets. That's how he would communicate to the people, is through his prophets. And so Jeremiah is one of those books in the Old Testament that Jeremiah was a great prophet. There it is, the book of Jeremiah in the Old Testament. And so it says, chapter 1, verse 5, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So that's the beauty of Jeremiah chapter 1, verse 5, is he knew you, he knew me before we were in our mother's womb. Thank you, believer, for tuning in. God bless you and have a good day.